Hey guys, how's it going? Wanted to go over DFV, Deep F and Value, Roaring Kitty, Keith Gills, a little portfolio he shared with us on his stream the other day. Or he actually didn't have a stream, he just had a little video he uploaded. It's on April 16th. Yeah, I didn't really think much of it when I initially saw it, but this looks like a spreadsheet of his portfolio. I think this is portfolio percentage. Looks like he just has shares of stuff. If you see top one on here is GameStop. And I wanted to just point out DFV is no joke. I mean, I guess everyone that's in GME knows that, but he's not just like a he didn't just get lucky with GME. And I wanted to encourage anyone trying to make money in the stock market. If you do something like what DFV does, it's long term. It's all long game, no hype stuff. It's literally buy, sit, hold, long term shares, and none of it's sexy stuff. It's all just things that companies that provide actual value, a service. Might be slow, might be a company no one's ever heard of. It's crazy. So I actually went through each one of different stocks he has in here, and I think the price here is the price that he paid in for it. I didn't really go into what some of these other market cap, industry sector, 52-week high and low. But yeah, I just looked at each one. I was kind of curious when he would buy them, if there were certain buy signals, and just what companies he has. And most of these are just like commodity type companies, oil and gas, energy, wood, steel, manufacturing, and just like a lot of very, very safe stocks that he picked. And given this, so this came out on April 16th, and after COVID crashed the market in March of 2020, basically since then we've been on the biggest, fastest, best bull market we've ever been on, I think, in the history of the stock market. So when we look, I'm going to look over some of the stuff, but basically it's like, if you pick stuff that had value at that point, a lot of stuff went up like crazy. So given this isn't a typical run probably, but a lot of these have at least 2x'd, some have 5x'd, and some have lost a tiny bit. But out of these ones that I've seen right here, I don't know if he's got other portfolios. He probably does. Actually, now looking at this is a huge list, but it's sorted by, I believe it's sorted by size. Yeah, so this is sorted by size, so it gets smaller. He's extremely diversified, but he's got a ton of money at this point by April 16th, so he's doing very safe and good investments, I think, with his GME earnings so far. So he's got his second biggest position is in a gold stock. Let's see here. I'm not even gonna look at that one. I just want to look at these other ones. I was like, what are these even? So this is the first one. It's TSE Trenzio. We won't go through all of them. I'll just give you some examples. I looked on the daily chart and looked at the briefing to figure out what it was. A lot of these, like I said, so manufacturer, marketing synthetic rubber, latex, and plastics. It's like, I've never heard of this company, but it's like good, solid manufacturing companies that provide things that people use and need. It's not, it's not Neo. It's not a crazy EV company that's never made a car. It's not some autonomous company. It's not some AI company. It's basically the opposite of Kathy Wood's. RK. Not to say she doesn't have ones like this too, but it's not it's safe stuff, and this is how you make money in the stock market, I believe. Warren Buffett said it best. Stock market is a transfer of wealth from the impatient to the patient, and these stocks are just they're doing good. And given, like I said, since COVID, a lot of stuff has been going crazy because that was a bottom, and we've had a lot of rally. But yeah, look at this one. So I kind of noticed that his buy, and it might not be it might not be from him looking at technical analysis, but it just so happened to align with kind of the golden cross on the MACD, or actually on the moving average. I guess it's not a golden cross on the moving average, but it's just the moving average is crossing, which is bullish, and on the daily chart. So on Trenzio, and actually most of these I looked at also to give you a little overview. It looks like most of them he's been in for at least a year, and he just owns shares of them. That's me figuring out the cost basis he has and how far back where it was at that cost basis. The most recent one looks like he's gotten into that. Yeah, the most recent one basically from this is Camping World, and I'll go over that one as well. I've actually played Camping World. They make crazy money. That's probably one of his most hype ones, just because it's more of a retail store, other than GME, I guess. Because a lot of these other ones are just industry, energy, and yeah. So let's see this Trenzio. His average price is 22.08, which is right back here. Look at this thing. This one was a little before that cross, but yeah, looks like he probably purchased it somewhere back here. COVID crash was like right here. This is the bottom. So he started picking stuff up after 3-4 months. Once he saw that it was probably the bottom was there, picked this one up before the golden cross, 22. This one, 20, 40, 60. This one's over tripled, and these positions he has in these are they've got to be pretty big, because if they're a percentage of his portfolio. And look at this is 2.39%. GME is 5.8. I'm assuming this is up to date. 5.8 on GME. I don't know how many millions he has in that, but it gives you an idea. But yeah, that means actually he probably bought. Well, that's actually interesting. I'm not. Because if he bought these before he had his gains on GME, because he didn't have gains on GME then. Maybe he's just bought into them more, and maybe that's his average price. I'm not sure. But I just wanted to look at some of these companies he shared and kind of where he bought in on them. So there's that one. There's this Resolute Forest one, which this is like a lumber play. And if you are following lumber prices at all, they've been insane since COVID for a number of reasons. But you can see this play. This one he got in at 333 right here, right after these moving averages. And this is a good time to buy in if you're looking at something long term. It's a very bullish signal that the trends and the average are changing. You can do it on any time frame, daily, weekly. You can stretch it out as far as you want. But I like to look at the daily for long term. So yeah, this one he bought in. Let's see. 333. So we bought in right here, right about at that cross. Look at this, right? Actually, it was a little later on this one, 333. So this was probably similar to the time that there was a shortage in the supply chain on lumber, and also everyone was home. Everyone had been home a while and basically working on their houses because they had nothing to do. They couldn't leave, and then they had all the stimulus money coming in. So it's like, let's go build that shed. Let's go put that deck on, whatever. If you ever went to Home Depot in the last 2 years, you'll know what I'm talking about. Total lack of supply. They're out of inventory, and they have been for like over a year. Cost of lumber is like 5x'd for sheets of plywood or whatever. He got into this right here. Smart play. From here, 3, it's almost doubled. And I'm sorry. I forgot this one's done a lot more. Yeah, it's like 5x this one. So, and that one actually I think will probably keep going. These lumber ones, I don't think lumber's getting any cheaper. The futures on lumber are very high. Cornerstone Building. This kind of building products. Let's look at this one real quick. So it's boring companies that actually provide a service or goods or something that people need and use, and they've been doing it for a while, and it's not hype, it's not in the media, it's not but it's solid fundamental. He's very good fundamental analysis stock investor in my opinion, and I'd like to be better at that. I've done some technical stuff, but fundamental analysis I've lacked in for sure. So just kind of a little kick in the butt for me. 632 is his price on this one. which, yeah, it's right around that cross, the moving average cross. And this one's just been on a tear since then. Like, his buying spots are really good. 6, 12, yeah, this one's 2x'd. So yeah, I mean, you just go through these, and a lot of these are just energy, building, wood, lumber, steel. He's got some gold ones in here. Here's aluminum. His like more speculative plays, I guess I'd say, are more growth type ones. Oh, he's got a retail REIT in there. He's got aerospace, which is one, and then I mean, GameStop in a sense. He just probably, yeah, I don't know how he actually stumbled on GameStop. And then Camping World. And Camping World, I think, is his most recent pickup, just because of when this video came out, which was April 16th, as well as this price here, which I'm assuming is his average cost basis. Or maybe it could, I'm not sure. I'm assuming that's what it is. It's $40 on this one. So this is the one he hasn't really made much on yet. So $40. April 16th was right here, $40. So it looks like he just picked this one up. So, I mean, kind of a little bit of speculation here, but if you're looking for a DFV pickup, could be that one. Camping World's been on a tear also with COVID. I remember playing options on this during earnings. So here's COVID crash right here. People are stuck inside. People can't go on vacations. The airlines are closed, whatever. Everyone decides to buy RVs and travel by road. Boom, that's when this starts right here. This is May of last year. And this thing's been going crazy. This was $8 stock, all the way up to $42. It's been kind of finally settling down, and it kind of bounced off this 180 moving average, came up here. They've got earnings coming out May 4th, so pretty soon. I mean, they've already killed earnings before, just crushed it over and over. I don't know if the RV thing is still pumping as hard as it was, but Camping World, as far as a company, I'm sure DFV and many of you maybe know more if you've looked into Camping World. I think their fundamentals, I think they make crazy money. So, I mean, I know I've been to Camping World and everything's so overpriced, and that's the only place you can find it. So I keep it pretty simple. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys a little heads up and just some of the DD I did on DFV. Looks like this tab right here, this is his portfolio, and he's got buy, sell, Roaring Kitty buy, sell, pulse trend. So maybe he's got some that are more meme type stuff. But I mean, if this is his portfolio, this is crazy. Look at the thing on here is tiny. The scroller, what I'm saying. Scroll on here is tiny. So he might have an insane portfolio. I don't necessarily like being that diversified, just because I feel like you can't get as much gains from any specific one if you're so spread out. However, if you've got as much money as he does, maybe that's a good strategy. I mean, it's clearly working for him on all fronts, including GameStop. But here's a little GME ticker in the background. See what's going on. I'm gonna have our recap video next. I just wanted to share a little DFV stuff I was looking at. Thanks for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. About to hit 1K. Really appreciate it, guys. I'll be able to share messages on YouTube, basically, instead of just uploading videos, which will be nice if I'm looking at a certain stock or something's happened, and I can just send out a message to YouTube subs. So that'll be nice once we hit 1,000. Appreciate it, guys. We will see you in the recap video momentarily.